Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't been posting in a while because I've been moving from Europe back to Chicago. So here I am now. And I just did two videos, some reaction videos for two tech gadgets that use AI in them. One is the Rabbit R1 and the other one is the Humane Pin. And so I thought, why not make a third video, right? While we're at it. And comparing them to. And then you can let me know what you think. All right. So here's my thought from those videos. And if you want to watch those videos independently, I'll put the links in the description box and or go to my channel to watch them. I'm drinking water because I'm not feeling very well, so I apologize. But here we go. Let's talk about the R1 and the Humane Pin. All right, folks. I have identified 10 categories that we're going to review today, and hopefully it's not going to be too long of a video because we... Oh God. Alright folks, I've identified 10 categories that I want to review with you today, and it will be a long video, don't worry about it. We're going to just quickly run through them so that you just know the deets about Humane versus Rabbit, what I think. Full disclosures, I don't have these gadgets in my hands right now, but I did the reviews, so let's jump in. Okay, so the first category is cameras and sensors. And here's the thing, both devices have a camera. So the Rabbit one, because it's a handhold, it has like a 360 camera that turns. And the AI pin, the Humane Pin, I'm sorry, has a front-facing camera. It's more like a wearable device, so it kind of looks outwards, if that makes sense. I guess you could like unstick it and make it look toward you, but in terms of like the tech specs, this video is not really about that. Also, there's very limited information, so I don't want to necessarily tell you something that is not true. I'm just going to tell you what they both have and they don't have, and I'm more like a user perspective, right? So like I'll tell you what I think. So I really like the 360 camera because it feels like you could do more things, but it's a handheld device, okay? So I have to... Chicago. I don't know if you hear the siren or not, but okay. So I would have to like carry it with me everywhere I go. Versus like the AI pin, it actually sticks to my clothing or jackets and things like that, and it has a magnet. I find that a little bit more approachable from a woman perspective, especially since, I don't know if you hear it, but it's another siren. I'm sorry. Chicago. I hope you can hear me well. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay. So the Humane Pin is actually more approachable from a usability perspective for me because I can just attach it to clothes that I have to wear because like you have to wear clothes around, or a purse. I could potentially maybe attach it to a purse or something. It feels more that something that I would use more than just hand holding yet another thing in my life on top of having my phone, bags, and the rest of the stuff. Also, I don't know if you know this, but women clearly don't have much pockets. Sometimes pockets are really tiny, so I don't know if the Rabbit would fit in my pockets anyways, and I don't want to put yet another thing in my pockets. I don't know. You get the gist. Basically, the camera is cool. In terms of sensors, the Humane Pin, they both have buttons. I guess the Humane Pin is a touch, and then it reacts to different type of touch. So they showed in the video like one touch or two touch finger thing, versus the Rabbit has a button on the thing and then a scroll thing on the device, and you can see it in the picture. I'm not sure about the scroll thing. I don't understand what it's used for because it is a touch screen, and I'll talk about it in the touch screen session maybe, but yeah. So yeah, designs are cool. The Rabbit has a display. We'll talk about displays. So in terms of cameras, they both have cameras. I don't know about the quality of the cameras, but at least they can take pictures and videos. And in terms of processor and memories, they both have 4 gig RAM, and the Rabbit has a MediaTek octa-core, and the Humane Pin has a Snapdragon octa-core. So I don't really know if it's going to be a big difference. Maybe some people like Snapdragon a little bit more. I don't really care about that stuff as long as it's fast and there's no delays. So they seem similar overall anyways. Okay, so in terms of connectivity, they both have Bluetooth connectivity, wireless connectivity, and some type of mobile connectivity. And they both take in a SIM. Now, one of the differences is that Rabbit comes at a flat price of $199 and they have no monthly subscription price, versus Humane Pin comes at a price of $699, I believe, but they come with a $24 membership every month, which is very normal when you have like a SIM card connectivity, because for devices that do, you know, you will have to like incur charges every month. So I'm surprised that actually the Rabbit does not have monthly membership or monthly subscription cost. I think it must come later at some point, but I don't know, like they didn't include that in the release video, so I'm surprised about that. In terms of batteries and accessories, they both can connect to like headphones. They don't come with headphones. They do have speakers also inside, but in terms of battery, actually, there's a little bit of a difference. So the Rabbit has an internal battery that I think it looks like it gets charged by a cable, pretty standard, versus the Humane Pin actually comes with its own internal battery, and then it has an extendable battery, and it also comes with a charging pocket thingy where you can like store it inside, and it gives you like even extra like life. And then I think you can just charge the charger. You can charge that thing itself. So I think having like the extra battery, it's pretty nice, especially these are small devices. They may run out of juice pretty quick, especially if they're taking videos or photos and they're connected to the internet all the time and talking to LLM and having a lot of processing. So like the extra battery is nice. Now, in terms of battery life, to be determined. We don't know yet how long is it going to be, and I think Humane Pin said about a day. I don't know if the Rabbit team has released anything about battery life, but I'm looking forward to knowing how long they actually go for without a recharge. Display and technology. This is one of the biggest differences between the two devices. The Rabbit has a built-in display that is actually is not black and white, although at first sight, for some reason, I thought it was black and white, but it makes total sense that it's not. And it's built in, and it's tiny. And sometimes during the video, I felt like I couldn't exactly read the text that was all, especially since the Rabbit on the screen took so much screen space. On the other hand, the Humane Pin comes with no screen, but surprise, surprise, it has a laser ink screen that you can display the screen like on they showed on the video in the palm of your hand. So it's like a projected laser that you can like, it shows, and then you can like interact with it actually on a surface level, whatever surface, I think, like maybe it's also on a table or something like that. And I thought that was really, really cool, because I feel like that is the future. Instead of making the screen smaller, give me a different type of screen outside of the device so that I have less screens to look at, and also more ability to visualize it bigger maybe. Like I think there's so much opportunity for like not built-in screens nowadays that are not being used properly. So I'm really happy where Humane is going in terms of like screen, not having a screen and projecting the screen on the video set, the video shot on the palm of your hand, for example. I thought that was really cool, and I cannot wait to test that. Okay, user interface and activation. In terms of user interface, the main user interface is going to be your voice command, right? So while the Rabbit does have the screen, and they have actually this kind of cool AI model that we'll talk about in a second, the user interface for these two devices is going to be you talking to those devices. They both use large language model to recognize your voice and figure out what you want to do. Therefore, that experience has to be pristine. Like, I don't interact well with AI because I have an accent. Therefore, I don't know what my experience is going to be. And I hope they have tested that multiple times for people also with accents, so that my experience can be quite positive. I'm also a multilingual person, and they both support multiple languages. So I thought that was really, really cool. Okay, in terms of AI, now the Humane Pin team did not really go into that to talk about their AI and how they built their AI, but we know that it uses large language models because it has to interact with your language, right? They both use large language models, to be clear. Now, one thing that I appreciated about the Rabbit review, the Rabbit demo video, is that they also explain how they use large action models, which means that they take it one step further by having the operating system, I guess, the system actually take actions for you. So some of the example that they show is like ordering a pizza, ordering an Uber, planning a trip, and then booking it right then and there without having to interact with any other application. And I thought that was like really, really, really well done. That's what I would like from a smart device. I want something that actually can take action for me or help me take faster actions, let's say, without having to find the app and scroll through the it's like too much work nowadays, right? Like just order me the Uber or order me some food or help me plan a trip or send an email. So I thought the Rabbit team did a really good job with that. In terms of AI though, like they have visual AI, so like images, they have video, like so basically you can take a still photo and the AI can recognize a still photo, but you could also like take a video and the AI can also process that video. And they also have voice, of course, in terms of language. I mean, that's where it's at, right? You want all those things to come together because that's how humans interact with life. We pretty much covered AI-driven functionality when I told you that the Rabbit team actually did show us a little bit more in terms of taking action with Rabbit. Some of the things that the Humane Pin showed us was more related to like nutrition. That's what they said that we're going to start focusing first and foremost more. So you could like show them a bunch of food and they could tell you the protein content, carb content, fat content. And because they're maybe primarily focused on nutrition right now and health, I'm sure it tracks potentially even things like your activity and things like that. They didn't show much more in terms of like AI functionality. The Rabbit team were much more in-depth with it. Like you could take a picture of your fridge and ask it to give you suggestions of recipes. You can listen to music, of course, and do all those things. The AI pin, the Humane Pin can actually do that as well. I keep calling it pin, I don't know. The Humane Pin can also do that in terms of like listening to music, but like not much difference except for the fact that the Rabbit team shows how the rabbit can take further action than just tell you about a thing. Can, again, book your Uber or order you pizza or plan and book a whole trip right then and there. So that I think it's worth mentioning. Okay, in terms of messaging and communication, the Rabbit team did show us how it interacts with email somehow, but it did not show us much more than that. It seemed like Rabbit is actually not really connected to your phone for some reason. And I don't know if this is true, but this is just my perception from the demo. Versus the Humane Pin actually shows us that they can actually connect to your phone and your contacts, make calls, send messages. It can give you a summary of the messages, which I thought was really cool. So that is points for the Humane Pin because I feel like there's so much of communication that can be automated that they're thinking about that. I really love that. And the fact that it's already connected to my phone means one less thing that I need to like get out of my purse in order to take action on. So imagine like I get a message, but I'm using the Rabbit, then all of a sudden I have to switch to my phone. It's just like the less steps I need to do in order to take action. That's what I want to do. So if I get a message and I can just listen to it on the Humane Pin and reply right then and there, that would be my ideal experience. Okay, design and privacy features. The design is obviously very different. We talked about it throughout this video. In terms of privacy though, which I really wanted to touch base on, Rabbit mentioned how they did not store third-party data or username and passwords. And then Humane Pin did not go into detail about their privacy policies. At the end of the day, this is a big topic with AI. How much of my information are you gonna know, and how much could it potentially be exposed, leaked, broken into, etc.? In order for me to really invest into this type of AI technology, they need to demonstrate a really high value, return of value, which means that I need to see some very serious functionality, especially for the different price points. Again, remember, it's $199 for the rabbit and $699 for the AI pin. So like, show me some exponential value in order for me to give you all my information and for me to interact with this device. Because at the end of the day, it is my information. I also want to know about their policies. Are you going to allow me to delete all of my data? Are you going to use my data for training the models? Like, what's going to happen there, right? Like, and so I think those are important conversations that we'll discover together in the world of AI as the years keep, as more technology comes out, as we move through more and different evolutions of AI. I don't know, evolutions, I felt like an explosion, right? And evolutions of AI. And so I'm interested to see how it goes, but I'm also kind of cautious. And that's just me though. Like, I don't judge anybody who wants to put all the information on an AI device. And I want to use it to its full potential. So I'm also cautious but conflicted, right? I'm like, I want to use all of that, all of the power that it comes with personalization and automating my life. Yet I need to learn about the company. And one of the things that stands out the most actually is the fact that Humane calls themselves humane, right? And so I would be very interested to read those privacy policies and trying to figure out if they're actually being humane. That's a big name for an AI company. So let's see what they come up with. But yeah, overall, great devices, different price points, obviously different target demographic, potentially even because they're so different. And while Rabbit does not directly compete with your phone, Humane Pin does have an inclination to compete with your phone and the attention. And so it's about minimizing the attention to your phone and maximizing the attention to this new AI device. And I'm totally in for that. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of trying to look for my phone and losing my phone and trying to figure out where my phone is. And there is, I feel like, a need that is coming up for an evolution. I mean, the phone has not evolved for a while, right? So we will definitely need to see an evolution in that. I'm excited to try both products. So Humane, Rabbit, if you want to send me a device, I'll be happy to do a review for you. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel to see more videos about tech. Bye!